Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, students, today our new chapter for 9th grade is organic chemistry, and it is the most interesting chapter of chemistry. So first, I am going to define you the organic chemistry. So the organic chemistry can be defined as the branch of chemistry in which we study the hydrocarbon and their derivatives is called organic chemistry. So in organic chemistry, we are discussing the two types of compounds, hydrocarbons and derivatives. For example, methane, ethane. These are the hydrocarbons, and chloromethane and methanol, these are derivative of hydrocarbon. So I am going to define you the hydrocarbons. So what are hydrocarbon? The binary compounds of carbon and hydrogen elements are called hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are made of two types of elements, carbon and hydrogen. So from the name hydrocarbon, hydrogen containing carbon elements, those organic compounds which containing only carbon and hydrogen elements are called hydrocarbons. For example, methane, ethane, propane. You know, carbon is the element of group 4th and its valence electron are 4. So carbon can make a maximum of 4 covalent bond, and hydrogen is the element of group 1st and it can make a maximum of 1 covalent bond. So per 1 carbon, 4 hydrogen are required to make 4 covalent bond by carbon and 1 covalent bond by hydrogen. Similarly, ethane. In ethane, 1 covalent bond is formed between the carbon-carbon, and the other 3 covalent bonds are formed with hydrogen-hydrogen. Similarly, in propane, 2 covalent bond between carbon-carbon and other with hydrogen-hydrogen. So in hydrocarbon, only 2 elements are present, hydrogen and carbon. So now we are discussing the derivative of hydrocarbons. So derivative of hydrocarbons can be defined as those compounds which are formed by the replacement of 1 or more hydrogen atoms from hydrocarbons by another atom or group of atoms are called derivative of hydrocarbons. In derivatives, 1 or more hydrogen atom are replaced by another atom or group of atoms. So for example, methane. In methane, 1 hydrogen atom is replaced by the chlorine atom. So, methane is the hydrocarbons and chloromethane is derivative of hydrocarbon because 1 hydrogen is replaced by the chlorine atom. Similarly, methane, this is methanol. 1 hydrogen atom from methane is replaced by OH group. So this is called methanol. Methanol is derivative of hydrocarbon. So derivatives of hydrocarbon are the newly formed organic compounds from hydrocarbon by the replacement of 1 or more hydrogen atom by other atoms or group of atoms. So derivatives of hydrocarbon, these are newly formed organic compounds. Okay. Now we are coming toward the classification of hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons are classified into 2 classes or 2 types. First one is saturated hydrocarbons. So we will define the saturated hydrocarbon. Those hydrocarbon which containing all the single bond between the carbon-carbon atoms are called saturated hydrocarbons. They are called saturated hydrocarbon because they cannot undergo addition reactions. Therefore, they are called saturated. because no addition of other atoms or a group of atom can takes place in alkanes. They can undergo the reaction which are called substitution reaction. For example, methane, ethane, propane. Look here. All carbon has single covalent bond between carbon atoms. So, the saturated hydrocarbon are also known as alkane. Generally, they can known as alkane or parabenes. Para mean little, apene mean affinity for bonding. They are saturated. They don't undergo the addition reaction. Therefore, they are called parabenes or alkanes. So, first member of alkane is methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, etc. Therefore, they are called saturated because all the bonds between carbon atoms are singles. Therefore, they are called saturated. And each single bond will be sigma bond, and sigma bond is a strong bond. So, therefore, they cannot undergo the addition reaction. Okay, later on we will discuss completely the alkane. Now, another types of hydrocarbon is unsaturated hydrocarbons. So, unsaturated hydrocarbon can be defined as the hydrocarbon which containing double or triple bonds between carbon atoms are called unsaturated hydrocarbons. The unsaturated hydrocarbons are also known as olefins, oils makers. These all compounds are in liquid state or oils. Therefore, they are called olefins. The unsaturated hydrocarbons are further subdivided into two types, alkenes and alkynes. For example, alkenes, these are the example of alkenes. Alkenes are those hydrocarbons which are having double bonds between carbon atoms. They may have only one double bond or more than one double bond. So they can be named as by replacing the last A-N-E of alkane by E-N-E. Ethane, here ethene, propene, butene, pentene, hexene, heptene, etc. Similarly, if the unsaturated hydrocarbons have triple bonds between the carbon atoms, then they are known as alkynes. This is also the types of unsaturated hydrocarbons. So alkynes, for example, ethyne, if they have triple bond, the last A-N-E of alkane will be replaced by Y-N-E. Here, ethane, now ethyne, propyne, butane, pentine, hexane, etc. So, now if you have any questions, so you can ask me. Okay?